Nasi really ends at how he oversees the city. He knows him to be a powerful lord and a seeker trying to release Dendar. He has a lot of strength, and you've noticed a symbol on a lot of these ghast, ghouls, and different followers of his that have been reaching out all throughout the city.
The
Y'all have actually had a couple
triangle.
more encounters with them lately as y'all have moved in this direction.
We do technically still have masks.
What kind of mask were those again?
The goblin masks?
I thought they were dragon masks. Are they goblin?
They were from the goblins, but each one had a different look to them. Each one was unique to the individual.
I think they look like insects. If I
Well,
remember correctly.
shall we
Essentially.
proceed
I don't
into
know.
the cave?
20 perception looking for this symbol of Ras Nasi that we've seen.
You do not see any of that symbol around you.
Okay. It was worth a shot.
Can I roll to see a quick perception on the disturbed earth in front of the cave? See if there's any traps.
Your passive doesn't pick any up, but if you want to make an active, yeah.
I rolled a whopping 12.
12, no, you don't seem to see any indication or marks.
Okay. I am all for going into the cave, guys.
Well, let us proceed into the cave.
All right, so as y'all go, the passage winds into the bowels of the earth. The air is wet and sticky, and the walls are slick with moisture. Harmless centipedes crawl across the floor as you descend further and further, deeper and deeper. I'm going to need a marching order as y'all are going down in this 5 and 10 foot wide passageway.
Baku will be in front.
I will be in the middle.
I'll be next to Baku.
Hell yeah.
I could take up the rear.
I'll be middle. I can't forget flanked. I'm squishy still, level 1.
Understandable.
And I guess we're going to throw Jack at the back of the pack so we can march 2 by 2.
Yay, yay.
All right. So as you'll go marching down, I'm going to need survival check because it seems to wind for quite a little ways.
All right. Want to help me out?
Either
Somebody?
from Baku or
I gotcha.
I can help out.
Are Artis and Dragonbait staying outside?
Yeah, they're going to watch the tunnel. If you want them traveling with you, you can try and convince them. But other than that, they're going to try and guard retreat once again. They're always very hesitant of ambushed.
I would say that they should have been left with the word of protecting your mount.
Oh, yeah, they can take care of the horse. Or Ankylosaurus, or I forget which dino it is.
Ankylosaurus.
22 survival.
All right, so after about 100, 150 feet, the passageway is going to open up, and an underground river widens to form a flooded grotto. As you look out to the west, there's pebbles strewn across a bank that rise to a door that seems to be recessed in the cavern wall. You're in the middle of this lake on the opposite side of the room. Bones cling like a tide mark to a rocky pillar. It seems quite mucky in here, and also, does anyone have any sources of light?
I currently don't need.
I am my own source of light. So
Fire! Fire!
Yeah, I will cast a little fireball, and I will be engulfed in flames.
All right. So as you go engulfed in flames, that is going to kind of echo around the chamber that lies in front of you. As you look out, it seems to really stretch off to the northeast for quite a ways out of your view after about 80 feet. The stone pebbleway you're sitting on is about 40 feet away from that doorway as you're kind of looking through. Your reflective fire is actually going to display 2 rowboats that are sitting in the edge of this water. They seem to be hitched to the bank.
I will tell the others as to what I see, if in case they don't. I have the ability to see 120 feet in darkness. Does that expand any viewings that I see?
You just see a bunch of ribs and bones and like torn up pieces of clothes lying on the far end of this water in the room. It seems to be a murkier patch. Other than that, it seems pretty still. And the water just winds around.
From the edge of the water out way past the light, there's strewings of other beings that were once here. It's a little bit calm, but I just want y'all to know that.
All right, so what are y'all doing?
So
two
there's
boats in front of you. You've got a door to the north. You've also got a little kind of opening further to the north west.
well, what do you all suppose? The boats or the door?
Door. I want to take the door.
As an alternative to the boats, as a ritual, I can cast Water Walk.
Oh.
How long does that last?
1 hour.
How long does it take to perform the ritual?
10 minutes.
How many people does it take, or how many people does it cover?
Up to 10.
Holy crap.
Well
I
then,
like this idea.
this sounds better.
How far can we see over the water? Like, is this an hour walk or longer? That we can tell or perceive.
What was that?
Can we throw a pebble or a rock into the water and see if that disturbs anything?
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I hand the rock
wait,
to
right,
the
throw the
barbarian in the party and I say, have at it.
I'm actually on board with this plan this time.
pebble.
Better to face it on land if it's a swimming creature. Wait, before we do this, do you want me to cast this spell?
I say we
That's
have fun without it, but that's just me.
Make your preparations.
Not do this, I want to take the cave.
I will ready up to cast Eldritch Blast on the first thing that comes out of that water after our barbarian throws the rock.
All right, then.
Okay.
Baku is going to stand next to the barbarian as he throws the rock, ready to protect him if anything comes out and attacks him.
Everyone ready.
I'm just gonna look on in
All right,
amusement.
so Z-Rock, what do you do?
Throw the rock.
Plops into the water.
You throw the rock. Give me an athletics.
That was a 20, right?
Yes, D20 and then add your
Yeah, 20 sided die, and then add your athletics modifier.
All right, I rolled a 17. That's 5. So yeah, 22.
I don't think he realizes that his one he was talking on dropped.
Nope, mine did.
We didn't hear a single thing at least I didn't hear a single thing you said.
Yeah, it was just silence forever. Like,
No, I know. My friend, you hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Crap, we disturbed a boss.
Oh,
Everyone
sorry.
run.
Guys. Okay, much better now. So Z-Rock hurls that rock. It seems to do a nice little skip. It bobs about 3 times over the top of the water. You see the ripples go out. You feel like there are rocks and pebbles moving around you. But as you look around, you see the cavern still still. There's really nothing happening. You're just very on edge.
my barbarian replies, disappointed.
Bet you won't do it again.
No.
All right, I guess you can cast your little water walk. Except for the turtle that can swim.
Hey, it's good to have just in case. We have 2 turtles, by the way.
All right. So on top of that, I can
Virgil's
also
a
cast
turtle too. Casting what?
I can cast both water walk and water breathing. They're both rituals. Let's see. They're both up to 10 people. Water breathing is 24 hours. Water walk is 1 hour. And since they're rituals, I can cast them both if you guys want. It'll take 20 minutes to do both. 10 minutes per spell. So.
I would like both.
Okay.
Both sounds really handy.
Why not both?
All right. So which one do you cast first?
Water walk.
All right. So as y'all start sitting around, you see Joral just messing with his components pouch, the lizard folk just doing his incantations in this chamber. His voice echoes just a bit around it as he finally finishes his spell after 10 minutes. A small bit of residual light goes off, bursting to each one of you, giving you the ability to walk on water now as you feel like you have the Holy Spirit within you. And with that, you're actually going to see the water begin to rumble, as if your light has caused some sort of disturbance. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative, as you see a serpentine head shoot up out of the water.
Yeah, I was gonna vote nothing because that takes so much time because I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, sure you did. Roll that initiative, sucker.
I saw it coming. 16 for Baku.
A whopping 5 for Railu.
3 for Jack.
19.
11 for Virgil.
Jill?
4.
Okay. So, just give me 1 minuto as Z-Rock is going to jump initiative. You see this snake-like head comes shooting out of the water. It seems quite large. What would you like to do?
Running high.
What are you doing?
Like, well, how close am I to this thing?
Right now, you're about 20 feet away from it as it's sticking its head up and out.
I'm gonna run away and hurl a javelin at it.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Let's see. What's that? Oh, damn! I rolled a 1.
And that's not going to hit as you ready your javelin. You stumble back, slipping on some of the rocks, and it just descends down into the pebbles beneath your feet. Are you backing up to the north exit or the south exit?
North exit.
All right. So Z-Rock backs up. Baku, what would you like to do?
Is it on? If I go to the edge of the water, am I able to attack it from there?
It's still about 10 feet away from you. The water is.
Okay. Baku is going. I'm assuming that I was pretty much already on the shore because I hadn't really moved or anything from when he threw that rock.
Yeah, it's pretty much the boats between y'all and him.
Okay. Wait, can I jump onto the boat and be within attack range?
Yes, you can. It would take a dex save as you went across each boat, but yes.
You can also walk on water.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't trying to remind him of that.
Good call.
I just cast the spell.
Baku is going to run up to this serpent popping out of the water and go for a hack and slash. 15 to hit.
Go for the eyes, boo.
What?
Are you sure?
15 to hit?
Sure it's a hit. 15 will
I know,
not.
it's a 15.
Well, actually, will hit. 15 will hit.
Ah, perfect. 9 points of magical slashing.
Okay, it's angry. It's angry as you spilt first blood.
just because shield bash, I don't know if it's going to do anything. Oh, 12 contested.
And you knock this creature's head to the side, and it just seems to lose a scale. But as it shoots down, as it looks back at you, it just looks like you've hardly done anything at all.
So it's not considered prone?
No.
Okay. And extra attack on it?
Head's still sticking out of the water.
And that is definitely not going to hit, but he is most certainly marked, and that marks the end of my turn.
Okay, sounds good. And with this, Baku, you're going to see the head turn back to you. Reaching its jaws towards you, it's going to miss as you dodge, standing on top of the water. And with that, you see another head pop up out of the water, taking a bite, and then another. And this one makes contact with a 27 as his bite latches into your shell and starts to make it crack. You take 12 points of piercing damage. Another head shoots out of the water. This one seems even stronger than the last, as his jaws just crunch down on your shell, dealing 14 points of piercing damage. Damn,
so 26 total?
So far, as a fifth head shoots out of the water and starts trying to reach down and grab a hold of you.
Fucking hybrid.
Baku, I need a strength saving throw.
22.
All right. You see one of the heads try and grab a hold of you as he lashes down for one of these bites, but he is not able to as you get free of his grasp, as you are now engaged with a huge monstrosity as a hydra lays in front of you.
So how much damage was total?
20, I believe.
26?
Yes.
Okay. Ow.
Virgil.
All right. I would like to cast a Moonbeam on it.
All right.
Does the head not matter, or is this all one creature from my...
Right now you see 5 different heads shooting up from out of the water.
Okay. I will pick the closest one, or the one that attacked first, whichever one. And I am going to cast Moonbeam on it. So I will need a Constitution saving throw.
Passes.
All right. So I make sure I read this correctly.
No, it'll take half damage, I believe.
Yeah, half damage. So that would be 7. It'd be 10 points halved, so that'd be 5 points of damage. And if it's a shapeshifter, loses its form. Action. Okay. I forget. I'm trying to read if it takes its damage.
All right.
Okay. So when the creature starts its turn in there, it will be attacked again.
Okay, right.
So, I asked the question earlier, is the charisma modifier damage for Eldritch Blast, is that constituted as 1 per both of the attacks, or is it as a whole? Because it's two different attacks.
If it's different attacks, you get to add it twice.
Yeah, so each beam is a new attack.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast first level Hex upon the most dangerous head that I see, and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast against that head twice.
Okay.
With the ability to push back 10 feet for each if it hits both times. All right, so that is a 12 and a 17 to hit.
17 will, 12 won't.
That is 9 plus 4. That is 13 plus 3. That is 16. So 16 damage and pushed back 10 feet.
All right, as it flies back from Baku.
And that will be force and necrotic damage.
All right, anything else, Rylu?
That will be all. I will just keep on the alert.
Jill Rawl.
All right. I am going to cast Conjure Animals and summon 2 giant octopuses.
Okay.
For me, bonus action to cast Shillelagh.
Yeah.
Where'd they go? There they are. All right, so 2 giant octopuses. They have, since they are underwater, I summon them in the water. They have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. They can hold their breath. They have water breathing, and they have tentacles, which they're about to attack with. So that is a 20 from the one and a 21 from the other.
Damage?
Damage is nice. So the first does 13, the second does 15, and the creature is grappled and restrained.
It is a huge creature. Cannot from that size of a creature.
What's that?
It is a huge It's a huge monstrosity, and those large creatures can't grapple that size bigger.
I thought it was one
They can
size
wrap
up
around
and
one of its necks. They're large, right?
Yeah. It goes from large to huge, right?
I know. I've just never heard of a large creature grappling a huge one. That was the limiting effect of the octopus. If it does say one size up, one size down. Yeah, I guess fuck it. You got 2 of the heads restrained.
You know, those 2 heads have disadvantage, and everybody has advantage against them.
All right, Jack.
Can you hear me, first of all?
Yes.
Okay, so while you can still hear me, I cast Cure Wounds at the 2nd level on Baku here.
Okay. Baku just rejuvenates up.
Hell yeah. How much?
6. Hold on, math is hard.
Quick maths.
You get 6 plus 7 equals that many. 14? No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, for cure wounds.
It's 6 plus 7. I'm just trying to do math. So it's
13.
13.
Sweet. Thank you.
That ends my turn for now.
All right, Z-Rock. As you are running around the passageway on the north, or as you're kind of backing up towards the north passageway, you're going to start hearing a low groaning, a low grumbling as you start to see 5 staggering undead creatures moving towards you. 2 of them are going to be able to get close enough in this turn to make attacks. The other 3 are just going to have to use their action and movement to start getting around you as they're starting to block the northern passageway. Of the 2 that take swings on you, only 1 is able to make contact, dealing 3 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage as it kind of knocks you with its undead arm. Z-Rock, it is now your turn.
I guess I'm gonna use rage. I'm surrounded.
Get him.
And I'm gonna go ahead and they're close enough to hit me, so can I use charger? Is that even no, I gotta move at least 10 feet and they're already in my face. Damn. Yep. I'm gonna great sword the nearest one.
All right, give me an attack roll. And Baku, go ahead and get your turn rolled out.
How far away am I from Z-Rock?
You are about 40, 45 feet away from Z-Rock right now.
All right. So that ends up as 12, and I don't know how advantage on strength works, but the base roll here is 12 with my +3 modifier.
All right, that is going to make contact, so I need your damage roll.
How many attacks would I take if I ran? away from this thing?
I don't know. You got to run away to find that out.
How many heads were there that attacked? 6?
There are 5 heads.
5 heads.
Do I determine damage roll the same I would for the attack roll?
Not with the D20. It's depending on the damage dice for that weapon. What's a longsword? A D12 or a D10?
The sword is a 2d6 plus 3. That's what I originally rolled.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that, and I need that damage.
But the previous roll was supposed to be a D20 for hitting?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that would make sense because the last roll ended up being 12 for the damage. So I'll have to roll D20 to even see that hits. All right. And I rolled a 5.
All right. So even with your modifier that will still make contact, zombies are easy to hit. So it takes 12 damage as the bit of the creature kind of flies off and dissipates back towards you, but it still stands pretty hardly around you with his other 4 companions. Baku, what would you like to do?
Back up closer to Baku.
If you do that, you would take about 5 opportunity attacks right now, just from the 5 creatures surrounding you. And you'd have to make an athletics to try and move through the first square if you had an action available.
Do I have any more attacks available, or is it just the one?
You only have 1 action in this in 5e's economy.
Rage stealth.
But that takes us to Baku.
Baku is going to see Xerox raging, and since Baku kind of knows that Xerox isn't quite probably ready for an encounter like that, Baku is going to action disengage from the Hydra, sprint towards Xerox using my full 30 feet of movement. That puts me about 10 feet out, right? And then I'm going to action surge and go ahead and move the extra 10 feet to get up next to him to make sure that I can protect him from the oncoming attacks. And that
sounds good. So right now you still have a wall of zombies between you and him, but other than that, you're right next to him.
Is there any way I can? Yeah, actually, can I try and bonus action shield bash to move one of them out of the way so I can get next to Xerox?
Yes, you could.
Hell yeah, shield master. Ooh. 25. Good luck.
And you just shatter that undead creature right to the side as you step right next to Xerox because he is no longer surrounded. And as you step in, and as you get closer, your passive perception is going to pick up one snake-like creature with a bow in hand that has come slithering down the passageway. He seems to be about 30, 35 feet off right now as he's just coming around the bend in the corner.
Okay. Can I put myself, do I have enough movement? Is there enough room to put myself between it and Xerox?
No. Right now you just cleared off the eastern side of Xerox's flank.
Okay. And then Baku is going to yell, "The Yanti are coming!" And that's the end of my turn.
All right. What are the ACs for those octopus?
Low. 11.
Is the snake head still? Oh.
Yes, he's going to take the damage. Go ahead and roll that out for me.
All right.
As the 2 with disadvantage are still going to make contact with that whopping 8.
That'll be 11 points of damage.
The first one's going to take 8. The second one's going to take 9. Failed on his con save, so he's going to take full damage, and your moonbeam is actually going to completely slice off one of the creature's heads.
Nice.
Brutal.
Now there are only 4 sitting. 2 of them are currently restrained by it.
Wait, slice off? Surprised it would slice anything, being that's radiant damage. I think it's radiant damage anyways.
Well, it sears it off. Think Hercules kind of wound.
You exploded its head.
And then the other 2 are going to the other 2 heads are going to attack at the octopus latched on to the other 2 heads Both of those are straight rolls and they make contact. First one's going to do a whopping 6 points of damage. Second one's going to do 8 points.
Alrighty.
All right, and as we're reaching closer to Virtual's turn, you see the creature's head start to shake. The one place where its head just was sliced off sprouts 2 more of these heads. 6 now flail in front of you. 2 of them restrained by.
All right, how many skeletons could I get within a 20-foot cube without any friendly fire?
3.
Would I be able to get anything else in addition to that? Like, or is that by far the best?
3.
All right, I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth around those 3. So I'll need a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 2 fails, 1 pass.
24 damage if it's not halved.
And as you just see the ground open up underneath these 2 of the zombie near completely takes them all. As they fall to the ground, it looks like they're almost lifeless and dead, but you see their bodies start to reform themselves as they match their fortitude saves and start beginning to rework their way back into existence. But they are heavily, heavily damaged by that.
All right, that's all I could do for now.
All right, and Virgil, right now you're on the south entrance side of the island, kind of there between there and the Hydra. Just for reminding where everyone is. Rylu, you were just in front of Virgil, kind of closer to the wall as opposed to the water, still in between the north and south entrance. What would you like to do?
I actually had a question towards that of Hex. Hex says that for the damage done, it adds 1d6 upon a hit for an attack. Would that work the same way as each attack is being separate?
Not on that one. Yeah, that'll only be applicable once, I believe.
No, that's every time. At least from my experience with Rebecca's Warlock. Hex should eat. It's just kind of like a ranger having 2 attacks. It's going to hit each time.
Say again?
Go ahead and roll for each attack.
Okay, I just did not want to add anything that was unnecessary. I will go with the strongest Hydra head is still up, or the strongest head that we saw was still up, correct?
Yep.
I will do 2 more Eldritch Blasts against that. Base rolls of 16 and 17.
Both will hit.
That is 10, 11, that's 5, 15. 15 plus 8. We gotta do math here, guys. Sorry.
15 plus 8 is 23.
Yes, and it pushes it. So 23 damage total, and it pushes it back 20 feet.
As you see another one of the creature's heads come flying off as it's back down to 5, and it flies back 20 feet. Gerald, what would you like to do? And your octopus friends, too.
Well, first, I would like to produce flame and hurl it at this Hydra. It is okay. Yep. That is an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
11 damage.
All right.
All right. Yeah. And the octopi attacking their respective grappled heads. So that is a 22 and a 27 to hit. No, not 27.
Well, the 22 will hit.
Yeah, they're both in the 20s.
Yeah, no, they'll both hit. Damage?
12 from the one and 16 from the other.
As you see another head come pop off as one of the octopus's head seems to be cleanly severed.
Yay! You mean one of the Hydra's heads?
One of the Hydra's were.
Alrighty. Action. That is it from me.
All right, Jack. All right, he casts Guardians in Faith. They're undeads in front of Virgil Blood. Any hostile creature within feet must make a dex save. Okay. Thank you for typing all of that out. Holy shit. Okay, so they're all going to pass, but I need the damage for what it is on the save. Holy crap. Where were you on attack rolls for the Hydra?
What's that?
They all just passed, and I was hoping that those were attack rolls for a Hydra and not dex saves. But they still take damage on half from Guardians of Faith, don't they?
Oh my God.
All right, go ahead and roll that damage out. So, okay, 10. Thank you. As you see, one of the creatures fall to the ground, accompanied by two more. One of them seems to finally stop moving. The other two seem to get back upright as one of the zombies seems to be put down for good with that. With that, takes us up to the zombies. Right now, there are still 4 of them, 2 heavily damaged, 1 partially and 1 unscathed. Going to have 2 attacks to Baku and 2 attacks to Z-Rock.
The attacks on me will be a disadvantage. I have Icon of Ravenloft, so I have protection against fiends and undead.
Okay.
And
first one's going to miss tremendously.
And then Z-Rock is raging. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, resistance.
And it doesn't matter. Neither one of them are going to get close to making contact with you. The whopping 2 and 4. They just seem to be quite tired, just trying to flail themselves about and make contact. With that, though, that snake-like creature that Baku's eye caught with is going to let go of his arrow, as 2 other of his friends do the same as well. 1 arrow going into Z-Rock, 2 going to Baku. The one going towards Z-Rock is going to be able to find its mark.
Protection, Z-Rock, as Baku holds out his shield to block it, try and block the
throws
arrow.
up his shield, and it takes the arrow completely, causing disadvantage and creature's arrow to miss.
Hell yeah, I'm here for you, Z-Rock.
All right. And his 2 other arrows go streaking out. 1 is going to miss, but 1 gets into the arm of the shield, just exposed, making contact through it. 6 points of piercing damage.
Got it.
And I need a con save.
Poison arrows. Come on. 8. That's going to fail.
All right. You take 9 points of poison damage.
How much? 8?
And with that, that is the zombies. 8. Yes, 8 points of poison.
Ow.
And that takes us back up to Z-Rock. 18 seconds in. Zombies surrounding you, but it's surrounding you and Baku.
How many of them did you say remain? Like 4, or some of those got destroyed? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh. Hear nothing now.
I hear you.
I hear something.
Yeah, Albert's just cutting in and out real bad, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna great sword attack the nearest zombie.
Go ahead and roll for attack and damage.
I got a 10 for attack.
I'm back.
And 12 for damage.
I don't have my monster cards on me.
For what?
Zombie? Is this AC higher than 10? I thought they had stupid low AC.
Standard human zombie? Human
I'm assuming it's a regular zombie. Yeah, we lost Lost Albert.
8.
8, yeah. Okay, cool. So just keep that in mind. How much damage was that? 10?
12.
12 damage.
Hey, do you know how Radiant's got attacks for my Guardian thing? Because it does 60 total damage. Oh, it disappears.
Awesome.
There he
Internet
is.
crept out again.
Xerox got a 10 to hit for 12 damage.
All right, 10 to hit for 12 damage. It's going to cause one of the zombies to fall down and not get back up as Xerox slashes through another.
How many zombies
There.
are left?
3 zombies are left.
3 zombies? Okay. Shield bash one of them for a 15 contested to knock him prone.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Check, microphone check. Oh, no.
It does knock him prone, yes.
Okay, sweet. And attack.
I'm not going to be muted. I plugged it back in.
13 to hit for 7 magical slashing.
All right. That will make contact.
Okay.
Slices through one of the zombies, but he is still standing.
You mean still laying?
Yes. Laying
And then
prone.
one more attack on him. Ooh, nat 20. For 1. God. A nat 20 and 2 1s for damage. So 6 points of magical slashing. What
And
a
that will
waste of
cause
a
the
nat
creature
20.
to stay laying on the ground, but it seems to shake and move back with life as it's not completely dead yet.
Got it. And
All right, that takes us back to the 4 heads. The octopus, first 2 at disadvantage.
I'm also going to not action surge, second wind, and that ends my turn.
Ah, okay. This grappling thing just took away 2 crits. They are still going to hit on the octopi, but nowhere near as strong as they were. As the first one does 13 points of piercing damage to an octopus, Girard. It's piercing damage.
What was the second one?
Is Jirel still there? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
14.
Okay.
And then the other are the octopus still alive?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then the other 2 heads are going to make their attacks focused on them. One of them is just narrowly going to be able to make it. Oh my god. And really get low on these hits. And the second one's going to do min damage for the first, dealing 6 points piercing. The other one's going to be 12 points piercing to each separate octopus. But that absorbs the Hydra's whole turn.
Is the Hydra
The rest
still
is just kind of moving and walking forward on its next, trying to make it. All right, no, it is no longer within the moonbeam because of the Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Every time Riley makes contact with the Eldritch Blast, it gets shot in the range.
Gotcha.
Virgil, what would you like to do?
How far away is the archers
No, it's
currently?
your turn. The archers are currently about 35 feet away from you, on the other side of that erupting earth spell you just cast.
All right. And
But
how
they are
far
not
away
currently in view of you.
All right, so I don't know that they're.
Yeah, you don't know you're there because you're on the south entrance.
All right. And how many skeletons are still up?
There's still 2 skeletons up. One of them's lying prone.
Zombies.
Zombies. I would like to move. Is it possible to move my moonbeam on top of one of the skeletons with 60 feet of movement and not go over any of my allies?
Okay.
And as it goes over, can I go over multiple skeletons?
Be able
Two
to
right
get
here?
that on one, yeah.
On one, but not both?
No, it's only going to be able to go on one because they have to start their turn there for the damage. It's not just when they get it for the first time.
All
That's
right.
not how the spell reads out.
That's what I like to do.
Took him a second.
And also, thank you for since there was another head sliced off. As this spell's going off, you see another Hydra head begin to pop out from one of the severed spots that was just taken out by the octopus.
Above the table, it did take fire damage.
Oh, thank you for that.
Nice.
Not that I've memorized the book or anything.
Or
Not that
anything
we
at
all
all.
know
No,
exactly what
not
we're
like those
fighting.
initiative cards.
Yeah.
There.
Anyone
Okay,
who's
there we go.
Hercules knows what we're fighting.
So Virgil, anything else?
That would be my action to move the move bean over. And bonus action Shillelagh just for the heck of it.
All right, Rylo.
I hate and hate and hate being a one-trick pony. However, as this is working for me so well right now, I will use my bonus action to move the hex to the new formed head and cast 2 more against it. 13 plus unnatural 20 and 10. And so that is 5.
10 will hit, the 20 will.
Say again. That is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage, and I will not push it this time.
$10 feet of damage?
Or,
I'm sorry,
no,
10 points of damage? How much was it?
It should have been 11 damage, and I did not push it this time.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's
anything
it.
Else?
Uh,
Gerald.
All right. Are any heads still grappled?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, there's still one head grappled.
All right. Gerald
Yes.
is going to attack that one with another produce flame. 20-ish something. Ooh, 16 damage. Fire damage.
Causes one of the heads to fall off.
Yeah. And my octopi will try to re-grapple it. 20 and a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
First one does. What's the plus on that? First attack does 14 damage.
Okay.
Second attack does 12 damage. And 2 more heads are grappled.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Jack, what would you like to do? All right, he's going to cast Bless on Baku, Jiral, and Rylet for saving throws or attack rolls for the next minute.
How many heads are left that we can see?
There are 3 heads left. And 1 second while I roll out for all those zombies, i.e. like 2 of them. Neither one of them are able to get close to making contact with Baku or Z-Rock. There are only 2 left.
Question.
They should
The
get
One
one-
that is shambling right now from the... No. Oh, okay. The one that's shambling right now is going to take damage from the moonbeam and don't even need to roll damage because he rolled below a 5, so he fell down to the ground.
And it's radiant damage.
And right now, the Yuan-Ti are going to make their shots off. One making contact with Z-Rock, one bouncing off Baku's shell. Okay. And one making... that one is still going to make contact into Z-Rock.
Damn. Sorry, Z-Rock.
I'll need a con save from Z-Rock. As the 2 other arrows go bouncing off of Baku's head.
Roll a d20 and a d4.
D20?
No, not a d4. Sorry, that wasn't on you. Yeah, just a d20 and then add your con to it. Con modifier.
D20. I got a 1.
Ooh, that's going to fail.
Yeah.
I think that's probably going to take you down.
Probably.
Yeah, that will hurt. As the initial damage is going to be 5 points piercing and 6 points poison.
So you're at 1.
You've been remembering to half the damage, right? Because you're raging.
I don't know how that works, so I guess
take the damage and cut it in half for the piercing, but you'll take the full 6 on the poison. So you'll take the 2 damage for piercing and then 6 for poison, so 8 total on this turn.
All right. Well, I'm left with 4.
Someone should type out real quick how that works so that he can read over it real quick.
You want to send me an email later? Like basic rules. Like all of them.
Yeah. Oh, and we are back up to Z-Rock's turn now. 24 seconds into combat with only 1 zombie left.
Get you some vengeance.
So I'm wondering, does that zombie stand in the way of my line of sight to the archer? And how far away is the archer?
The zombie's on the side of you. You've got a straight line of sight to the archer. He's about 30, 35 feet away. Well, there are 3 of them at this point. So one of them is 30 feet away. The other 2 are 35.
Go for the zombies.
Yeah. I'm going to hit the zombie with the greatsword. So I guess that's roll D20 to hit, right?
Yep.
All right. I rolled a 13.
All right. 13 makes contact. Go ahead and roll damage. 2d6 plus 3.
2d. That 7 plus 3, 10.
All right. And that creature is going to be heavily damaged, but it still stands firm.
Why won't this thing die?
That or the zombie that attacked Zurok, was that the one I knocked prone by chance?
No.
Damn.
That's the one that died under the moonbeam.
Question: while fighting these, are we facing the Hydra?
While facing the zombies, at this point, you're facing north. The Hydra is east. The archers are west.
So basically what I'm trying to find out is if the Hydra was in my peripheral to see if I could see when it took fire damage and didn't regrow its head to see if I can make a check to basically identify.
That wouldn't be your passive. That would take your action.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, insight roll.
Insight? Okay, I'll do that to see if we can identify what causes it to not grow its head back. All right. A 19 for insight.
All right, 19 insight is going to recognize that Baku sees that fire damage is causing the regenerative properties of the Hydra's heads not to reform, as Dural's cantrip fire damage has been sealing off the heads.
And then Baku is going to call this out. He says, "Hit the Hydra with fire! It is stopping it from regenerating!" And then he is going to immediately just turn to his left and shield bash the zombie to the face and knock him prone. Not that great, but 12 contested.
A 12 actually isn't going to knock him prone.
Yeah, I figured I was too low. And that marks.
But he's still shambling.
Question. I've used an action. I've used a bonus action. Is it a free action to hand an item to someone else?
Yes.
Or is that, I am then going to hand a healing potion to Zirok.
All right. Able to fast hands that over. Anything else, Baku?
That's it. I don't have fast hands, by the way. I'm my fighter.
Yeah, I know. It's just a thought back to the other one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's it
All
for
right.
me.
So the Hydra biting down on the octopus. The first Hydra is going to make contact with the first octopus, dealing 11 points piercing. The second Hydra is going to miss. It's going to continue to move forward. And the third Hydra with his straight roll is going to miss on an octopus as he tries to come up, as they seem to be having a hard time making contact. Virgil, what would you like to do?
Hearing this new information, let me check to make sure it's not concentration. It is not. Okay. I would like to use Produce Flame on the nearest Hydra head.
Okay.
And with a natural 1, that will be a miss.
Well, it just kind of sputters into the water.
If it's one of the grappled ones, you have advantage.
What's your call on that one, Albert? Can it be one of the grappled ones?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it. Retcon it for an advantage, especially with Jarrell already knowing inherently that the fire damage is the one that's doing this.
All right, that'll be 22 to hit.
That will hit.
7 points of fire damage.
All right, 7 points of fire is going to cause another Hydra head to fall off, as it's down to 2.
And that's all for myself.
With that, we are up to Rylu.
I would also like to acknowledge the shouting of fire, and I will cast Firebolt upon the one that seems weakest, even if it's not. That is a base 17 to hit. That is 17 fire damage. Wait, no.
The creature's
19
head
fire damage.
boils in holy flame.
And I am engrossed in the flames of Phlegathos. I finally said it, guys. I finally said it.
Nice.
The bear change of pronunciation.
As it takes a severe amount of damage, you can see the creature waning back and forth as it cries out in pain. Jill Rawl.
Octopus is first. First one that still has a head grappled. Oh, nat 20!
Nice.
16, 21 damage.
That's going to sever one of the heads it's grappling off.
Did you say it only had one left?
Only has one head left.
It now only has one head left.
Yes.
Well, then the other is going to turn to it and attack that head. With a 14.
14 to hit?
Yes.
What was that? Sorry, you're breaking up.
14 to hit.
Oh, I hate my connection tonight. That is going to hit.
Right. $11 damage.
As you cleave through, you're actually going to see the creature's last head come resting down, or come severed from its head, or shoulders, damn it, and fall to the ground as the Hydra seems to be completely incapacitated and has been killed.
Somehow my octopuses survived.
See, I told you it'd be worth it to take an action to identify that. We murked that bad boy.
And with that, that takes us to Jack.
Gerald hasn't acted yet.
Oh yeah, sorry, Gerald. That was all octopus.
How far away are my friends from and this clamor that I'm hearing?
Only about 10, 15 feet.
Oh, okay. How many zombies are standing? And how far away are the Yonti?
The Yonti are about 40 feet away from you.
40 feet.
Yeah, one zombie left.
All right. Let's see. Action to cast Barkskin on myself. Bonus action, Wild Shape into a Carnotaurus. And charge up to those Yonti.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right. So as you change forms, you go running towards the Yonti. The last zombie is gonna try and stand up, swing, doing a terrible job on Baku. The shell, and the Yonti, one of them goes missing way off to the side, bouncing up the side of the cave walls. The two behind it are going to start crying out in common with a little bit of almost like parcel mouth or parcel tongue. They're going to start crying out in common. Drop your weapons, or you will face the fangs of Raz Nasi. You have already killed his favorite pet. You have already brought enough on yourself. In the pain now. As they hold their actions. Xerox.
I guess first thing I want to do is drink that potion I got.
Oh, okay. Drink the potion sounds good. And sorry, I missed out on Jack. It's because you're typing. Sorry, brother. And I seem to have skipped over your albino dwarf friend. Well, Xerox, go ahead and do your turn while we're waiting for him to type it out again.
I couldn't hear any of that.
Roll out your health, 2d4, and then add 2. And that's what you add to your health. And then are you doing anything else?
Yeah. I got 7 health back from that. So be back up to 11. I don't know. Are there anything?
Because
Can intimidation be applied in combat somehow?
You could, but take your action, which you already drank your health potion.
Okay. Well,
so there's not much you can do.
And
you can run and you can disengage, or you can run. That's about it.
Yeah, just sit
I can't
tight.
even attack.
No, you use your healing potion.
All right, I'll just sit tight then.
Okay, shield bash on this last zombie. In soft 20. I'm guessing that's going to put him down.
It does put him down.
Sweet. Hitting. 18 on the die, definitely going to hit. 10 magical slashing. Is he still alive?
How much damage was it?
10 magical slashing.
10 magical slashing is going to be enough to take him down. And he stays down.
Okay. And then Baku is going to look up at these Yonti. And he is going to run up to see how close he can get to Jaral. And then he will say, so these Yonti basically just told us to put down our arms, right?
Yeah, they said put down your arms.
And then Baku is going to say, what promise do we have? What promise do we have that you won't shoot us while our weapons are down? And
while you say that, the guiding bolt from Jack goes off, hitting damage with the one that shot at Giral, doing 12 points.
Jason.
Sorry, just wanted to make sure his turn was actually acknowledged.
That marks the end of my turn, by the way.
Okay, and that takes us to Virgil. There are no zombies left.
Question. Yes, he brought up a good point. Did that damage occur on his turn before they said that?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okay, cool. So nothing changes for me.
So currently, we're just on a standstill, right?
Right now. Well, Jiral's barreling towards them, but he hasn't made an attack roll. Other than that, they're just kind of holding.
All right. Held action for produce flame. If they make any attack at any of my allies.
All right, Rylu.
I will see that our turtle friend is trying to talk, and I will withhold casting Firebolt until I see one of them try to attack.
Okay. Jiral.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that was lucky. I'm going to stop in front of one of them, since the Carnotaurus' speed would have gotten them right up in their faces.
Mm-hmm.
Move 50 feet. And say the dinosaur equivalent of, no, you drop your weapons. Which just comes out as a very...
intimidating grunt.
A very intimidating roar flecked with spittle for punctuation.
Okay. Let's see. Two of them are going to drop their longbows out of fear as you go running up. That takes us to Jack again. I'm going to guess he's holding off until that point. And that takes us back up Xerox. So other than that, it's kind of just held at a standstill as the creatures start trying to talk to you about laying down your arms, that you've stumbled into the hidden entrance to Rosnasi's lair, and how much terror and treachery this can bring upon you, especially, again, for killing his beast. One of them even murmurs, if you leave now, we won't say anything about it. We won't even know that you came by. Just leave. The other two seem pretty intent on at least trying to take y'all in, but that is the pleas for help, intimidation that they're trying to pull right now.
I'm going to use intimidation to try to make them cooperate with us against their will, essentially.
Okay, give me
I'm going to yell. Was that 20 plus 5 fire? 5?
Yeah, I think it's charisma mod.
Yeah, so that'll be a plus 5 to it. So I got 17.
And 17 seems to intimidate the other two.
Your beast is dead. Lay down your arms. We seek answers.
As they are now all currently unarmed, saying again, you're Rosnasi's lair. We don't mean to harm you, but if the others find out, if our commanders find out, we will have to harm you or die trying. Praise be unto Dendar.
We mean no harm to you, but who is this Rosnasi? Why is he keeping this place so defended, so secret?
Rosnasi he's trying to praise Dendar. He's trying to worship our night serpent and guide us to the great beyond. He is our interpreter, and with the help of him and our priestess, we are able to find out the will of the Lord and further obey them, and making sure that Omo is secure for our place in the world. And we will finally bring back his reckoning here in this city.
Why do you follow such a creature? Wouldn't you feel safer not following someone you fear so much?
No, fear is power, and we all seek power in some way, shape, or form. It just happens that those with the most fear can be terrifying and tremendous at the same time.
I'm guessing temporarily we're not in initiative.
Yes.
So if anyone else wants to jump in.
Roar.
I'll walk up close, and I'll be beside you.
What is it that this Ra Nasi is hiding? It seems like there's a purpose why you're here. My question is why?
Says, well, we are merely guards. We seek to protect the entrance. But Raznasi has been on high alert since the priestess has talked of some odd magical item that is hidden within the bowels of Omu that could provide great power and be able to release Dendar. One of the other one quiets him down and says, you know that those were just rumors. Those were just rumors. Raznasi just seeks the power of ruling the city, and he knows that he'll be blessed by Dendar in his path if he is true.
And you believe that he is going to be kind to you because you follow him?
Especially after letting us
He
walk.
says he'll be kind because we are strong, and we will stand strong with him. As you see one of them start kind of quivering and bending down to pick up his longbow again.
I will immediately cast. Yeah, I will immediately cast Shillelagh on myself. No, not sorry. Thaumaturgy, and I will use booming voice, flames, and groundquake, and say stop towards the gentleman that is trying to pick up his bow.
And he fails his whiz save as he just kind of shudders and stands back up. And you see this half snake, half man stand back up as they seem quite terrified by one another.
Which half?
Bottom half snake, top half human.
Ew.
So, perhaps you keep your weapons here and run off, and we tell your other friends that you died fighting. This allows you to go and find some freedom, and it gets you out of our way.
Give me
You
persuasion
live and
roll.
get to keep your life.
If
My
not,
persuasion sucks. Am I still under blessed?
Yeah, I was about to
it's been
say,
less than a minute.
if not, we will slay you like your friends.
Does anyone want to lend me advantage for persuasion?
I know that
I
I
am
can
not proficient.
Got it from Jason.
I know. Yeah, I can gain advantage from our Xerox friend over there for intimidation.
14 for persuasion. I got a natural 1 and a 15.
All right, that is just narrowly going to be able to convince them that they'd be better off following maybe some other serpent and following Raznasi's path, or following Dendar's path, as opposed to Raznasi, as they say that they will go on their way if you allow them to pass.
We will. Don't turn
like
back. Do not grab any weapons.
I whispered to the group, would it not be beneficial to ask if they or their master know anything about the items we seek, but out of earshot of these fools that we're intimidating?
Yeah.
Or would that bring a lot of attention to us?
So I'm assuming that magical item that they speak of is a soul mongler.
Your passive insight picks up that it's not.
It's not? Okay.
Yeah, I figured.
What item
They're
would we
leading to
speak
a
of?
different magical item.
I will let them leave.
You said you're not going to or going to?
No, I will.
Oh, okay.
Will.
And then Baku is going to say, leave now while you still have your life. We are letting you go out of good faith.
Yeah.
At least
Joel
I
is
am.
apparently that hungry right now.
I start counting down from 10.
My friends are
All
not
right, and
as
you see him
forgiving
kinda
as me. I would move now.
And they scramble up and just run out of there, leaving some dust and pebbles in their wake.
Sorry, guys. Baku's lawful good. He figured he would offer them a chance.
All right, and with that,
voice before saying is quite all right.
Okay.
Now I'm questioning whether Hydra meat is good to eat.
Ain't gonna stop me.
But then I probably realize I can't reach it because I still have water walking. So it's like a wall. So I'm trying to pierce
Can't
above
like
the
reach
water.
down into it.
It's just a solid wall.
At this point, the whole Hydra body is completely underwater.
The octopuses will happily drag it onto land.
You just see like head after head being dragged out by the octopi as these other guys are leaving out the back.
Oh, Joe Rawl is totally going to make sashes for all of us out of these heads.
Hell yeah.
Can someone melt my water skin from the previous encounter the night before?
Oh yeah, with all those Zorbo claws. Okay, guys, I have some bad news. We're out of initiative right now, but I'm actually about to have to go. My dad's having some car trouble. I'm about to have to help him out. I'm about to have to go change a damn battery on the side of the road about an hour north of here. Yeah. So sorry, I at least wanted to make it through this combat. I got the text a little while ago, but I just wanted to make sure we got through this part and could seal off. That way y'all can decide what you want to do. I'll also try and type some info tonight about the conversation y'all had with these Rosnasi former fanatics as they were leaving.
Okay.
So I can find out a bit of rumors about what you might find further on the inside. One of them also happened to leave a satchel. So we'll see what information's in there.
That was nice of him.
Yeah. Well, but for tonight, you'll get 791 experience apiece.
Woohoo!
Hey,
5
Zach.
downtime, no renown, sadly.
You jumped from level 1 to level 3.
Yes!
1 to 3.
Skip level 2.